Today we look at one exercise that can impact your posture and your overall athletic performance incredibly quickly when done correctly. We will cover beginner to advanced variations. The exercise part of this video starts at this timestamp, but don't fast forward yet. My goal is to simplify exercise explanations, kiss again, making them easy to understand and motivating you to consistently perform them. Understanding hopefully leads to a buy-in and a desire to take action. Of course, if you already understand this exercise or don't want to understand it, jump to that timestamp down here or here or here. For those who don't know me, my name is Vaughn. I started working out in the 70s and I started my fitness career in the 80s. If you'd like to join my regular newsletter for extra content and tips, I'll put a link for that in the description below. Otherwise, let's get on with the show. Now, you might remember a video I've already posted discussing the importance of building strength over posture, supported by anecdotal and research-based evidence. I'll put a link for that video up here. The beauty of today's exercise is that it's two-in-one, both posture and strength. It stretches and opens the front of our body or our anterior chain, reducing tightness that could be causing that hunched over posture. It strengthens the back of our body or our posterior chain, helping with muscle alignment, endurance, and athletic performance. Together, these benefits create a stronger, more stable structure, enabling you to handle more stress and movement without pain. And it has a low entry point for any level of experience. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that today's exercise is the reverse plank. It was in the title. It's a very overlooked and underdone underdone, is that a word? Anyway, it's an underdone exercise. And it's not a glamorous exercise. It actually kind of looks a bit boring, but it's very effective. Not all exercises need to look exciting or give you an excuse to make loud noises in the gym.
Loud noises!
That being said, I make a few weird noises when I do this exercise. Now, we've covered how it can impact on our structure and muscular endurance to maintain good posture and reduce back pain. But what about athletic performance? During the reverse plank, our glutes and hamstrings are actually pushing against the ground to keep our body up off the ground. The glutes and hamstrings are the main muscles we use for forward propulsion. As we're walking, as we're running, as we're jumping, those muscles are pushing against the ground to create forward movement. We're also building stability and strength through the shoulder, elbow, and the wrist, specifically in a straight arm position. This can carry over to exercises and activities like the deadlift, a golf or a tennis swing, and decrease the chances of injury. Right, let's get into the exercise. I think we're going to go over to voiceover Vaughn for this. Here we go for the reverse plank demonstration. As you can tell, it's not voiceover Vaughn. I'm in a tennis court. I wanted to use a condominium gym where I live, but there was a young guy playing Korean drama in there at about 80 decibels. And I thought you may not appreciate that. Well, some of you would probably prefer that than my voice, but too bad, you're getting me. Right, let's check out how to do the reverse plank. Remembering what we're trying to do. We're hunched up all day, or a lot of us are. We're hunched up. We're on the computer. We're driving. We're watching Netflix. We're playing games. We're getting tight through our hip flexors. We're getting rounded through our shoulders and curved in the upper spine. We want to open ourselves up, stretch out this anterior chain, the front part of our body, and we want to strengthen the posterior chain, the back, to balance that out, to help us to keep in that better posture position for longer. And remember, this carries over to other daily activities immensely. So how do we do it? First off, open palm position on the ground. For this, you need to play around with a position that's comfortable for you. Take as much strain out of the wrist as possible. For me, I like to go into what we call external rotation that helps me to open up my chest more. But for the starters, you've just got to find a position for your hands that's comfortable for you. Keep a nice straight line from the shoulders down to the hands, so we're not bending. We're keeping those elbows locked out. Our feet are going to push into the ground, squeezing our hamstrings, squeezing our glutes, pulling our shoulder blades together, keeping our chest nice and high. With your head, don't let it drop back. Don't tuck it against your chest. Just keep it in a nice, comfortable, almost neutral alignment position. Find that comfortable position for you. If your body's sagging, then this version is too difficult for you, and you can use the simpler version that's coming up shortly. Right, now let's check out the regressed or simpler version of the reverse plank. At home you can use a chair, a tabletop, bench top, even some steps. The first or second step level would be ideal. Anything that can get your hands higher than the level of your feet. Now, if you're using quite a narrow chair at home, you can just grab the outside of the chairs in what we would call a neutral position. This is going to be okay. For me, I've got enough space to be able to still put my palms flat on the ground. I can create again my external rotation that I like. Remember, for yourself, find that nice, comfortable wrist position first. Same rules apply as the standard reverse plank. I want to be keeping a straight line from my ankles all the way up to my shoulders, squeezing my glutes, squeezing my hamstrings by pushing them into the ground and pushing my body up against gravity. Remembering to squeeze those shoulder blades together. And that's the simpler version of the reverse plank. Time to check out the progressed or harder version of the reverse plank. Some of you may master this exercise quickly, or you may already have a very strong posterior chain and just want more of a challenge. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be raising 1 foot off the ground. So instead of having... That's all show no go, that motorbike for sure. I know you Harley guys know what I'm talking about. Probably lost some viewers there. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You're going to be going from 4 points of contact to 3 points of contact. What that's going to do is create more torsional strain on the body. You're going to have to stabilize more through the core, through the posterior chain to keep that alignment. It's going to put even more stability strength through the shoulder, elbow, and the wrist. So again, fantastic for athletic performance and preventing injuries. So how does it look? Exactly the same as our starting position is the same as the standard reverse plank. Get that nice alignment, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pushing down into the floor, into the ground, squeezing the glutes, pushing our glutes, our hips up to the sky. From here, we raise one leg or the other leg, or actually both, not at the same time, one at a time, in a nice controlled sequence. If your body starts sagging, if you lift that leg and the body's sagging, then you're not ready for that progression. Programming recommendations. Choose a level of difficulty that allows a 15 to 20 second hold. Complete 3 sets with 30 seconds rest between sets. Repeat this 2 to 3 times per week. Increase your hold time by 5 seconds every 1 to 2 weeks. Once you can hold for 60 seconds, increase the exercise difficulty and start the cycle again. There you have it. One simple and effective exercise that you can start today to improve your posture and your day-to-day strength and endurance. If you're new to exercise or not sure where to start on the rest of your fitness journey, download the complimentary Longevity Plus Move and Improve guide. I'll put a link for that in the description below. It's completely free and it's got everything you need to get started today. The goal of this channel is to clarify and simplify so you can take action now. Remove the confusion and the possible analysis paralysis. Until next time, keep moving, keep improving, and keep your mojo alive. And if you haven't already, please leave a comment below, please like, please share the video. Don't forget, subscribe, press the bell icon so you'll always be notified when a new video is released.